Hello, and welcome back here to Soul Reaver 2, the remastered version for PlayStation 5 that I'm playing. Now, we're trapped in the future, but hopefully, with this new Reaver augmentation, we can go back to the past.
Attack!
There we go. Give me your soul and all that jazz. Now this Air Reaver has the ability to destroy like cracked walls. So we should be able to against that time stream device chamber within this turbulent forest swamps. We're doing this because we need to find this Eidos Interactive, who Vorador, literally on this here a few centuries ago, basically said he holds the key to my destiny, which is intriguing me because it isn't outright like known to Raziel. He kind of just like came into this the world of Nosgoth as like Kain's son essentially, and then betrayed, and then he had his little tale of revenge. But now he still wants vengeance for that. Don't get me wrong, but he's more intrigued at the moment with the fact that this world has kind of like imagery of like these otherworldly beings, Nosgoth's first vampires, as he has deduced. The blue skin and the cloven hands, so like his own. And Vorador also said that he's the one being who's been treading down a path that's been sealed for thousands of years. Which also makes it very intriguing indeed. But for now, let's get to the time chamber. And it's funny because like Raziel just has to hope for the best, I suppose. So let's do it.
I had no choice but to act purely on blind faith. There was no way to tell what error this device was tuned to, and I had neither the knowledge nor the means to set the machine myself. I hesitated only briefly. Then, throwing the switch, I hurled myself into oblivion and relinquished my will to the hand of fate.
Okay. Let's see where we are. Like, I find Raziel's character design so cool. It's all demonic and all that jazz. But like, this entire aesthetic just completely captivated me.
Beyond all hope and against all probability, it seemed that the device had unerringly delivered me to the era I sought. For these were Sarafan banners, and these vampires apparently the victims of their crusade. The coincidence seemed too convenient to naively ascribe to fate. But whether my opportune arrival had been orchestrated by Mobius or some other influence, I didn't know. If Eidos Interactive still lived, I would find him. I was wary of further deception and resolved to tread carefully.
Sarafan. Now I'm going to do something that I don't usually do. I'm actually going back this way first, because they are unique cutscenes. Well, there's an alternative cutscene, and then there is going to be a unique cutscene that I've never seen before, and I've played this game so many times. And admittedly, I'm intrigued. So I am going backwards instead of forwards first. Take the shades. So much health as well. This chamber is like a good example of like the passage of time, because it's at multiple different like water levels, depending on like the quote-unquote the present bit of the game, the future bit, and this bit that is the past bit, because this is the furthest into the I think this era that I'm in right now, the Sarafan era, might be the earliest point in the timeline that you actually traverse to. Let's get rid of those guys. Now, you know, the big boy's down here, he doesn't have anything to say to me at the moment because we haven't triggered the appropriate things, but will he say something if I just swim up to him? No. And the pillars have not been corrupted yet, they are whole and pure. Although it would seem to me that some of the guardians of these pillars have always been corrupt. I realise that this is extending the playthrough a little bit, but I am curious. Yeah, the Reaver's eating away at my health because you can't actually absorb these guys. And I do think these shades, if that's what they're called, they do have like the cloven hands. But I imagine them, because they're here in this room only, I imagine them as like agents of the Elder God. And there's another specific reason why I think that. It's because of in the next game there's a guy, without spoiling too much, there's a kind of like shrine room that has them in, so that's the reason why I think the shades are the material servants of the Elder God. In a strange kind of way, the Shluar of the underworld kind of serve the Elder God. Maybe not directly, but more indirectly. They eat souls, and I suppose that feeds the his wheel of fate. If it even is his. It's an interesting thing to quander. I really do love the Soul Reaver 2 Reaver as well, with this whole kind of like thing.
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre was somehow more chilling. The killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer.
Yeah, so there are unique cutscenes. Really quick about the Soul Reaver 2 Reaver, I love the fact that it has that like lightning kind of like spin on it when it's getting more powerful. It makes it seem very dangerous. But yeah, this cutscene here, this one, and there's going to be another one, I think, when I go through the doors over there, unique to this game. But what am I saying? Let's just get some souls, actually. What I'm trying to say is, I'm just going to eat all those vampire souls. There's two areas that you can have those cutscenes. One, if you're going up to Ostenheim, to Janos Aldrin's abode, or here, and I've never seen it from this angle from like here before. But here we go. And after this next cutscene, there's going to be another one that is wholly unique and I've never seen before ever.
There's another one!
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order, their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue, I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
Ah, it's so cool. Oh, you're trapped, aren't you? Hey! Yeah. Saffron priests. So these guys, the Holy Knights of the Saffron Order, they have the same moveset as the Vampire Hunters and the Demon Hunters. It's just they kind of block a lot more, so they have more defense, and they're more aggressive. Essentially, they've dialed up like the aggression in them. Like they'll attack you a hell of a lot more. There's no dogs as well out with the Sarafan. They have something more powerful than dogs. They have priestesses with light sorcery mage powers, I suppose you could say. Well, once we get up to them. What are you gonna do? Nothing. There's a priestess. Now there is an achievement. I've got all the trophies for this game, but there was one that was kill 3 priestesses without getting hit once by like their fireball. They have the same attack as like the thralls, let's say. No. Let's see if I can do it actually, if I can get the
Guard me, brothers! Here it comes!
Oh yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, I have it. I have it! Still got it. Let's go back to the Sarafan Stronghold to get this unique cutscene, and then I'm basically going backwards. Oh, there we go. okay. Ah, you're a tough cookie. I'm tougher.
The frozen surface of the lake had bound the gates of the stronghold shut. The Sarafan surely had some other means of entry, but this was the only one known to me. To infiltrate the fortress, I would need to find some way to release these gates from their icy bonds.
Yeah, I think I could do that. That's the unique cutscene that I wanted to see. It's like pretty okay. Like how in the cutscene I basically just like, oh come on, I want to kick you off so badly. Yeah. Oh well, okay. Right. Now I have to make my way back because I decided to like go on that little detour. But yeah, that's a cutscene that I've never seen before. Basically, just they thought about it, you know. If you go all the way back over there, they're like, we need to have like some reason why you shouldn't go this way first, and it's like that's the reason. The gate is frozen solid by the ice. You need to find some way of melting the ice. That is a very unique shrine. It looks like the thing, the symbol next to the gate in the Sarafan stronghold. Maybe it's the last of the Reaver elemental upgrades from the forges. Yeah, maybe. A lot of people don't really like the look of the Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2. You know what? I actually had a big thing about like Defiance, because in Defiance, it isn't like it's portrayed in Soul Reaver 1 and 2, and I think I already said this. I'm one for like continuity, and I just felt like Raziel's Reaver in Defiance, they gave it. It was more like the sword, with like he's holding like the hilt and stuff like that. You know, the handle, not the hilt. He's holding like the handle of it. So I guess it's unique in that front.
Over there!
When I'm good and ready, I'll return to hell. You free yours. Yeah, the pillars. Whole and uncorrupted. Right. Destiny beckons. No Slua. Speak of the devil though, one right there, so they're even here in the past. I guess the shades are in the spectral realm as well. No reason to gobble that guy up, but I just felt like it. Reaver's becoming more powerful. That's another continuity thing that they change in the next game. I think I've already said this. Like, you can climb in the underworld, the spectral realm, which was established in like Soul Reaver 1 and 2 that you can't do, but you can do it in Defiance. It's like, whatever, who cares, you know? But this whole thing of the Reaver being a parasitic like entity to Raziel is dropped, so you can just like go whole hog. In fact, I'm gonna spoil it if you don't know. In Soul Reaver 2, you can grab all these weapons and stuff like that, as you see me doing throughout this playthrough. In Defiance, the only weapon you have is the Reaver. Which I'm a little bit saddened by. I like the fact of having like options, you know, choices and weapons, but in Defiance it's set in stone. It's like you are using the Soul Reaver and that's it, which makes sense. It is like your unique weapon. But this whole kind of like, if you power it up too much and it will start draining your own soul, they get rid of that, which I'm in two minds of. One, it's like, yeah, fair enough, you shouldn't have a weapon that kills you. Although I find it's quite unique in this. Have this, have my foot. Nothing to say. He's a lot tinier in like the past than he is in the future when it comes to the timeline here. Hey, straight away. Rude. Powerful it's becoming. It's unwieldy. One hitting, one shotting, shall I say. I need that in there. The Air Reaver. So dangerous, so powerful. To a certain extent, Raziel cannot die, which is also quite advantageous. I mean, I've not actually died yet, and like, I guess death is something that you can talk about in these games as well. Not just like thematically and story-wise. If you die in like the Material Realm, you get transported to the Spectral. And then if you somehow, I mean, demons are very dangerous, but the Slewer are not really that dangerous. They're very easy to handle. But if you do get killed by, say, a Slewer in the Spectral Realm, in Soul Reaver 1, you just go back to the Elder God's main spawn room, like the spawn room of the game. In Soul Reaver 2, you get like transported to those checkpoints that you've been seeing. I need Dark Reaver. Right, so I've activated that with that one. Now I need to go back and get the Dark Reaver enhancement. Yeah, so if you die in the Material Realms, you just you just outright die and go to the Spectral. But if you die in the Spectral, there's a few different changes. There's the it's up there, isn't it? Yeah, the Dark Reaver. Yeah, Soul Reaver 1, if you die in the Spectral, you go to the Elder God's main chamber. Soul Reaver 2, you go to those kind of like funny disc ring checkpoints that you've been seeing all over the place. Defiance, they just have like outright just like checkpoints that like it's not like a Whisper the Reaver goes to them, it's just you have these checkpoints that just go they just appear on the floors after you go through certain doors, certain rooms. So the game's always checkpoint, and you can save at any point in that game as well if you so wish. But the thing in Defiance is if you just lose all your health, you just outright just explode or like disintegrate, and then you just respawn back where one of those circle checkpoint symbols were. It's kind of a little bit, it's okay. I prefer how they do it in like Soul Reaver 1 and 2. I'm gonna fully admit, like, Defiance is my second favourite game in the series. I really like Defiance. People really love Soul Reaver 1, but Soul Reaver 1 is... Yeah, you know what? Soul Reaver 1 is great. I'm not gonna, like, say it's not. But, I don't know. I mean, it's probably because I played this one first that I just fell in love with this one. And I think the fans will agree that this one has, like, it's got all the story stuff that you could want. I don't think there's any Legacy of Kain fan disagreeing with that fact. Defiance has story as well. It's just more kind of how do we put it? It's kind of paying off, like all the setups. To an extent, there's some like storylines that are just left kind of open. We'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah, we will get to it when we get to it, I suppose. Yeah, I still got it. Yeah, but this game is like, it's juicy. It's got meat to it. Gate's a very good indicator of time passing. Like it breaks in like the present. It's just completely destroyed in the future, and then in the past it's brand new. It still works. Swamp is also not that sludgy and muddy, so you can just run through it instead of like being stuck in it. Now that cutscene about the killing fields of Sarafan would be here, usually always, but I decided to have a little bit of a detour because I've never seen the alternate versions of those cutscenes before. Ever. Like, I've never had the inclination to go backwards. But I'm glad that I did. I know that it's added a bit of time to the playthrough. It's added like 25 minutes here, but like I appreciate the fact that I've actually experienced it for the first time, and last time probably. Right, Sarafan Knights are down here. By all that is holy!
Get him.
Ooh, 3 of you, huh? That's a lot of knights. have to wait for an opening. Yeah, they are more aggressive, as you can see. Patient as well. Give you the spare, okay. They are very successful at killing vampires, these guys. Mobius's crowd was spurred on because of William the Just being destroyed. These guys seem to have killed a lot more. Right, priestess. Yeah, you can't block against that, can you?
There's another one.
Oh. Okay, you're up there as well, huh? Oh, oh, you're over there. Alright, die. Alright, anyone else? I'll kill you with my bare hands.
Free your soul, demon.
I'll free it. You free yours. I like grab right into his like chest cage and rip out his heart there. Nice. Right. Uschenheim, here I am. Let's see if Janus Ultron truly is a monster who terrorized the villagers of Uschenheim.
Return to hell.
No. How about you return to hell? Have to wait for that click. There we go. Pretty good fight. Again, Story 2 is not that long. If you want, you can just run past those guys. You don't have to fight any of the guys apart from if, like, say, like demons spawn in like gate off, a little section. That's a lot of guys, isn't it? Try and concentrate on this guy first. It's just taking a bit of time, isn't it? He's a Sarafan priest.
Seize him!
From hell, I'm from the future. Technically, I'm from lots of different places. Oh, the welcome committee, huh? Ooh. Tough cookie, huh? How about that for guarding?
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Audrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well, for I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle: how to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. The tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
Okay. Time to get to work. I want souls. Whoa, a lot of souls. Now, I went to Spectral Realm, but basically, well, I'll show you off. There's the spectral symbol right there, the shift symbol, let's say. Right over there. Which is very convenient, don't you reckon? Right, there's a trophy slash achievo for completing this area in about just under 14 minutes, so it's kind of like the last of the big puzzle areas. This it's got unique music as well, which is pretty good. Right. You need the chalice over there to put it into like these vats of blood. But obviously there's a big golden eyeball that would destroy me if I get near it, so I need to solve that dilemma, don't I? Which I can easily do. Because as a child, this took me a while to figure out, because this was back before there was YouTube, which some people were born now, born in the middle of YouTube, you know. But this was pre-YouTube, this game, so there wasn't any like video walkthroughs or anything like that. There was like some FAQs, but you just had to kind of figure it out, and it took me a while, admittedly. So even though this game I can complete in about, I want to say I can complete this game in about four hours really.
Free your soul.
Back in 2001, it took me a long time, so I did get my money's worth. I say I got my money's worth. I didn't buy it. My mummy bought it for me. Not even for me, it was for my brother. My brother wanted this game, and I don't know to this day why he wanted it. We never played like the PlayStation 1 games like Blood Omen or Soul Reaver. We just saw this on a demo, and I remember thinking it looks kind of like rubbish, and then he basically just wanted it, he got it, and then I fell in love with it. Even simple things like it feels homely to me, this game. Like with just the sound of the snow, you know, the rock, all these sound effects. Like, it's kind of like a warm blankie. It's weird, it's like my comfort things are like not comforty whatsoever. I remember Stephen Colbert, the previous chat show host, he doesn't do his chat show anymore, but I remember him talking about The Thing as his comfort movie, and like I have to agree with him. Like things like that, I don't see like some of these movies as like horror movies or like in that ilk. Like my comfort film would be something like Alien, Ridley Scott's Alien from 1979. And like this, even though it's like a gothic horror thing, as like a game and a franchise, it's like my comfort blanket, essentially. That's a little neat trick, by the way. So there's two models of Raziel. It's not just like reflecting the environment, it's just like a little texture for like the ice, and then there's like a duplicated model of Raziel to do his mirror image in the floor. It's just, you know, cute little tricks.
The mountain's interior was hollow, I discovered, and graced with soaring architecture unique to its creators. As with the outer facade, these balconies and galleries could only be reached by those gifted with flight. With only my ruined wings to carry me, this towering labyrinth seemed impassable, while the object of my quest lay just beyond my grasp. For here, suspended at the apex of the chamber, was the threshold that surely led to the great vampire himself. I didn't know whether Janos Audron was the monster depicted in the stronghold, or one of the noble creatures memorialized among the ruins of the ancient vampires. And I didn't care. Demon or angel, he alone held the key to my destiny.
Right. Well, let's go and meet him. Now, a thing that I didn't mention when we first came to like Janos Audron's retreat in the future is the fact like these statues here, the winged creature with the cloven hands, it's totally the Kain model that they just used and like, you know, put a different texture over like to the stonework. It's just a funny little thing that I just wanted to make note of. Yeah, it's mad to think that I still have like my original PlayStation 2 copies of these games as well. Now, I'm interested with these like glass bridges, whether or not they will actually work. The sound effect, because in the PlayStation, that was a bad jump. In the PlayStation 2 version of my game, it's been so much. Let me rephrase myself, reacquaint what I'm about to say. It's been used so much, I've played it so many times that like the sound effect kind of doesn't work. Also, this remastered version, I don't know why the reticle isn't showing. There it is, it shows there, but on certain textures it doesn't. Interesting. That's a glitch, for sure. There's no sound effect, so it's not just my version of the PlayStation 2 game. Interesting. Because I could have sworn it was a sound effect in the original games. Unless it's just a known issue that hasn't been rectified? Very interesting. It's kind of off-putting because, like, it's complete silence when you walk over them. And it's just, in my recollection, I recall it. I recall the fact that it made like a glass stomping sound when you went over it. Yeah, it's just a little detail. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's continue onwards. There's going to be a lot of these kind of like mini, like cinematic bits here for just like showing off the blood bridges, I suppose, and the blood like geysers, like the aerial bits. That's going to show off now. But it is pretty slow, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, very slow indeed. Alright, let's check it out. Is that over there? Ah, I need the Dark Reaver. First, I need to get the light. Again, in Soul Reaver 3, which is Defiance, they deal with the fact that you don't need the fonts. It's a little bit different with what they do with Defiance. It's more kind of like a Devil May Cry. It's actually inspired a little bit by Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 1 Defiance. It's inspired a little bit by it, and but it has like Reaver switching on the fly, so it's kind of like doing like a Devil May Cry 4 thing before Devil May Cry 4 was a thing. If you get my drift. I think this is the one and only other air blaster that I'm going to be using. There's another one over there, but I don't think we need it. I think we just need this This is what makes me think that these agents are agents of the Elder God. It's like he doesn't want us to like continue down this path. The Elder God just wants us to kill Kain, and that's it. It's like, don't ask questions, Raziel. Just kill Kain and be on your merry way. But I feel like the shadows are basically just there to prevent Raziel from going forward, but they don't do a good job of it. Okay. I like how these like chalices will just respawn as well. It's quite funny. I think I've already said that, like, if you have like a chalice or like a key item in your hands, don't drop it because it despawns. You have to redo it from the beginning. We're slowly making our way. It's kind of funny and strange, huh? It seems like we're making a path as well. You know, a path not just for us. Or maybe literally for us. I think this series is too niche to be like remade. I personally love it, obviously, because I'm like that. But yeah, it's one of those ones that, like, I understand why it hasn't been. It wasn't as successful as, say, like Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's massively successful in comparison. It's funny how Crystal Dynamics actually took over the Tomb Raider franchise as well. They got very lucky on that front, because I feel like Crystal Dynamics, they were making like these games, and they were critically acclaimed and all that lot to an extent, but like they just didn't sell. Which is, you know, if something doesn't sell, that's an issue, you know, and yeah, it's just one of those ones where. Hello. They got lucky when Core Design botched it with the whole Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness game, and then they got their hands on the IP of Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. That was like single-handedly the best thing that could ever happen for Crystal Dynamics, because I'm not gonna lie, like, whereas I don't like some of their Tomb Raider games that they've made, namely Tomb Raider Underworld that I'm playing at the moment. I'm just not gelling with that game whatsoever. Like Tomb Raider 2013, that was awesome. I think that is the best, objectively, that is the best Tomb Raider game ever at the moment. Some people might say, no, you're wrong, it's actually Underworld, but I would question your sanity if you truly believe Tomb Raider Underworld is the, I'm calling out a friend here, if you think Tomb Raider Underworld is the best Tomb Raider game. But what I'm trying to get at is they're going to be continuing making like Tomb Raider games, like they're making Tomb Raider Catalyst, aren't they? And we're never going to see Crystal Dynamics do another Legacy of Kain game. If anything, it'll be pushed to like some other studio, kind of similar like what they did with Ascendance. Oh, I haven't actually got the blood. Need to get the blood. I don't know whether or not I've done this in 14 minutes or anything like that, but I do know that we're right at the end. Now, this is going to make this blood bridge, and it's going to make one more of those air jets, but honestly, you don't need it because we've already unlocked the path. All we need to do is get the other chalice filled with blood and put it into the other vat, the other basin, and we're done with this area because that's the last one over there, and we've already set up the path. Yep, it's just a run around, and then let's get to this ancient vampire who Vorador claims would have the answers that we seek about my destiny. This is like the last of the... There's one more puzzle bit, but this is kind of the last of the big puzzles. Okay. Destiny awaits.
Janos Audrin?
It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt.
Raziel?
My child, what have they done to you?
I have been dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For thousands of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma. And this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them. You can see how they flaunt their kills to torment me, or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I have seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Vorador does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then, what Kain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up. Please, take it away from me.
I fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos! No! My surroundings whirled sickeningly, and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary, and had arrived bearing Mobius' staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy. Through the door, I could hear them battling, less than a dozen paces away. But it may as well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps If I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
Okay. Save Janos. Got it. I have to galvanize the forge. There's so much blood in this chamber. Like, so much. It increases and decreases, but this forge, it's just this room, so it's slightly small, ever so slightly, when compared to, well, yeah, it's the smallest of all the other forges, but it's not meant to be like a labyrinth like the others. It's meant to be like a very quick one and done kind of style. We must save Janos Aldrin. It's interesting with no reticle. I just have to kind of guess where I'm shooting. They kind of. Oh, to daisies, I don't think I've done the right thing there. Oh, yes, I have. I need this. They kind of get rid of the TK blast a little bit. It is in Soul Reaver. I keep saying Soul Reaver 3. It's not Soul Reaver 3. It's Defiance. It is in Defiance. It's just it's not the Reaver projectiles. It's just like you use your hand to shoot a kinetic blast at them. Upwards we go, then across. It's massive, like, dock off bloody room. It's huge, this room. That's what it is. We're essentially done now, it's just this one last bit. And then we shall have the Fire Reaver. And then we have to avoid the blood fountains. Well, like the blood falls, I suppose you could call them. So we need to light up the forge. Which we're going to do right now.
I plunged the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to unlock the elemental barrier and rescue Janos from his executioners.
Okay, not a moment too soon. I love that. It kind of like implies that your health upgrades, but like you're already at full health. But anyways, time to save Janos.
Hold him! Look at his black heart! How it still beats!
The fiend intends to bury us alive! Raziel, we must get out of here!
Remember the sword!
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
No, Raziel. Perhaps this was my true purpose. Simply to save your life this once.
While I have taken yours.
Embrace your destiny, Raziel. You must reclaim the Reaver. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
As I backed away from Janos's body, I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Sarafan brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Ordrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
Oh shit! Well, we didn't save Janos, but now it's time to avenge Janos. So let's go back to the Sarafan stronghold and hunt down those Sarafan dogs.
We've been expecting you, little Raziel.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
So I thought, this is so cool, like, the demons are in the past here. What's going to happen next? It's like, things are happening, you know? And you got the Fire Reaver as well, it's all dangerous sounding and stuff like that. And Raziel has a new goal, like, resurrect Janos and follow the path that Janos has set up for him. I just thought, wow, what's going to happen next? Like, I couldn't, like, wait to see where it was going.
Do you really think you can save Nosgoth? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
Yeah, it's went from like a sounding like revenge storyline to like a savior storyline. I love that. Although, you know, Kain is still out there somewhere. Come back here.
There he is, the savior of Nosgoth.
Big bad fire demons. Oh, follow me, guys. Keep following me. I have one more I need to destroy. Oh, sucks to be you, huh?
Free your soul,
That's about that for freeing my soul. I'm gonna pursue those Sarafan dogs to their stronghold.
free your soul, demon.
That's a few good hits. It's time to reap your soul. You know what? None of you survive.
Free your soul, demon.
I won't let you live.
There's another one.
Hello, demons. Okay. It's a lot of you. On guard. Fight. No, you don't. You're not getting away. He just like launches it into orbit.
Raziel.
That looks like the unspoken, like Hashagik from Blood 1. And of course, like, these demons are heavily inspired. Their designs are inspired by like what the demons were like in Blood 1. And they're also very powerful. Shocked to see me. Ah. Wait a minute. You going to tell me that there isn't actually a... I think this might be an oversight. There doesn't appear to be... Can I jump up here? This seems like it's an oversight. I can't seem to find a spectral thing, and of course in like the original Soul Reaver 2 there is no there's no spectral forge here? Like passage? Can I cheese it from this angle? Yes, I can. I don't know if that was a cheese or not. I just did that because I want full health going into the next area. Maybe that's how you're supposed to... That will be how you have to do it, but it's a bit... threw me for a loop there a little bit. Because I was like, how do I get out of this area? Right. I think people already can see and understand like the whole thing of how people had a bit of an issue that it's just like kind of like a straight line this game. You just go backwards and forwards. I think that's just like time constraints. Like I know that Soul Reaver 2 had a very kind of like specific development. It was originally supposed to be coming out on the Dreamcast, I believe, and then the basically got the announcement, hey, we're doing a PlayStation 2 game, So they completely changed it all. I know this is the remastered graphics and all, but like there was like very specific plans and how Soul Reaver 2 was planned out before they even like, you know, designed the first bit of code for it. Well, I say that like I know. I don't know. I'm just presuming that's the case. But I don't mind the fact that it's like a bit of backwards and forwards.
You shall not pass.
Okay, Gandalf. Any more of you? It's like they spawned from the very shadows. Considering it's the Legacy of Kain and all, Kain's not been around for a bit. I wonder where he is, what he's up to. If he enjoys life. Or unlife. Ooh. Destroying fools. I forget, is it over here? I think it's over here. It is. Just need to get health. That's all. Need to get back to the Sarafan stronghold. This betrayal will be punished with blood. I love the Fire Reaver in this game. It's great. It is so there's no real differences between them. It's just the Fire Reaver. If you haven't guessed already, it accesses the Southland stronghold. It's technically not as... it's no less powerful than like the original Reaver. But it just looks cool and it sounds cool. See what Mr. Elder God has to say, if he's disappointed in us. It's like he's diminished when the pillars are whole, and he grows when the pillars are destroyed.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
Interesting. He doesn't have much to say to that. Well, let's not concern ourselves with him. Our quarry lies with the Sarafan and Mobius. I think Mobius is like one of those underrated great villains. Like, you get like certain game franchises that will just have like fantastic villains in them. Like I'm thinking of like, you know, let's say something like Metal Gear Solid. Like you have Revolves, who's always like betraying and like it's like a double betrayer, you know. But Mobius is up there as well for devious characters that are up to no good. Last time that I heard this creepy music, it's not music, it's a sound effect, but it's creepy. Now I'm going to do something here. I'm just going to go ahead a little bit and then come backwards. So I'm not going to jump down there just yet. I just want to make sure that all the enemies are clear, which they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge up this Reaver. It makes it easier for this next fight. I think there's an achievement as well for like killing the next 3 guys in about 20 seconds. And you can do it by charging up the Reaver. But let's charge up the Fire Reaver. Well, to be fair, I can be charging it right now. Needs to have it full charge, because when it's at full charge it kills very quickly. It's like its damage output goes up an incredible amount. So just gotta keep swinging it around. Trust me, it makes the next fight easy. I used to always be like cautious as a kid because I didn't like the fact that you lose health. That's the entire point of this game. Like you need to revitalize your health all the time. But I didn't like the fact that this Reaver would drain you of your health. So I never really used it first time around playing this game. But now obviously things are different. Is all of them. There he is. Return to hell. Never. I have a purpose, a destiny now. And this lady is messing up my day. Indeed. Is there everyone over here? No.
Free your soul, demon.
Nice little jump, huh? Don't hit me. Hey! Not nice. Not nice. Stop driving me. Okay, you can have that soul. Ah, joke. I'll take it all the same.
There's one.
Guard me, brothers!
Return to hell.
Yes, burn. To hell with you.
Over there.
Guard me, brothers!
You burn all the same. Yes, yes.
That's him.
Got two of them on my ass.
Guard me, brothers!
Go on, run. Yes.
Guard me, brothers!
Did I not knock her off? Maybe not. Hey! That wasn't that nice, was it?
Free your soul, demon.
I'll pick it up, come on.
Guard me, brothers!
Ooh. This is the only reason why we need the Fire Reaver. Just for this. That's it.
Get him. Touch him.
Now, we're gonna have a few boss battles. But it's more of like a kind of thematic fight in a sense, not basically like like a Soul Reaver 1 like puzzle-esque like boss fights, or just like standard like fight them until the health bar goes down. They do have a health bar, but you can't see it. But like in general, it's more just like an aesthetic thing, thematic thing, shall I say. And I love it. Some people are like, what's the point of this kind of like thing? It's like, well, thematically, it's just like completely awesome what's happening. If you've been following along with like the lore and like the characters. But we're gonna get into it when we get in there, because there's more revelation. It's so poetically like great. It's sweet. It's sweet. It's like you can indulge in it. It's like
Get it.
bloody fantastic. I don't know how else to describe it.
There's one.
Careful, I don't want to get the Light Reaver, I want the Fire Reaver for this. Oh, she has to go over there, doesn't she? Alright, into the drink you go, because we all know that Sarafan can't swim, her included. Hey! Nice projectiles.
Guard me, brothers.
Well, it's your sister over there.
Guard me, brothers.
Yeah. Tear your heart out. Alright, we're in. Judgment time. Alright, Sarafan dogs, come on.
Free your soul, demon.
Oh, you free yours. This is so sweet.
Seize him.
Free your soul, demon.
You know what? He did pretty well. Didn't do too bad. Not too bad whatsoever. Okay, let's do it.
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are finally. You have no choice but to confront me now, and I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Oh,
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose, corrupting everything you encounter?
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. But it's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik, bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my wraith blade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled wraith blade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin.
Ooh, here we are. We got the Soul Reaver, the physical blade, and a little bit of a Blood and One callback with like Vorador attacking the circle. He attacks the circle because they killed Janos. It's just like it's a fantastic kind of like history, not repeating itself, because like it's not like that. It's basically just looped around, and it's more like recontextualizing like events, and I love that. But there's going to be a bit more joyful revelations to be had. This is going to be a bit of a kind of quote-unquote boss battle thing, and I'm just gonna enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it as well.
Now that I had taken it up, the Reaver and I were inescapably joined. The harder I tried to release the blade, the more tightly my hand gripped the hilt, as if possessed of its own will. The Reaver exerted some mysterious power over me. It sustained my energy, enabling me to prolong my physical manifestation indefinitely. In fact, bonded to the blade as I was, I could no longer shift into the spirit realm at will, nor was I able to summon the Reaver's twin, for my wraith blade had been disabled in the confrontation with Mobius.
Come to take your revenge, demon.
Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons, Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood. I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
The slow walk basically means I'm bad. Now, Melchiah has the staff there. I always find that the staff guys are more aggressive, faster. So let's try and go for Zephon first. Get him out of the way. But these are the two weakest of Kain's sons. And here I am. I've already killed them in the future. I'm killing them in their human lives as well. And this is the thing that some people don't like, the fact that they are like supercharged, aggressive versions of like the human warriors that you fight in this game. But you can't die. But like the whole point is, it's a thematic thing. God damn it. It's awesome. You're killing them off. It's like you were meant to. The entire time, which you are. Okay. I mean, they don't know that I'm their brother, but like, come on, brothers. Have at you. Vampiric blade that drains them of their life's blood, not their souls, huh? Come on, Zephon. They also, I love how they have like unique armor, the Sarafan Inquisitors. I say that, Zephon's actually put up quite a good fight. He's not actually fallen as easy as I expected him would. It's funny when you're being double teamed like that. God damn it! Okay. I get it, you badass. Oh, he's dead. The blood's being sucked up into the Soul Reaver. Alright, Malkaya. You should fall next to Zephon. His soul basically left his body and went upwards, so you can't devour it. Malkaya. Die.
As Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
Okay, awesome. Not that way. Over here. Into the main chapel.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
You'll have to get through us first.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
Okay, let's concentrate on Rahab first. Although, I've not got any hits on Rahab, and Duma is slowly walking up behind me. I didn't get a single hit on Rahab there. Look how badass these guys are. Now, Rahab has his little seahorsey thing. Rahab wasn't actually at Janos' place when they killed him, because the PlayStation 2 couldn't handle that many enemies on screen, you know, that many character models. So it's just a funny little thing that Rahab was cut from that little bit of content. Duma, you are the best of all of them, so... Rahab's the best at blocking, it would seem. Just do some quick jabs. Wow. I got him, Duma. You are the demon. How about you? Die.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
Oh, come on, Turel. I always hated you. And now... There we go. I love how, like, the murals are not there yet, because it's in the past. They wouldn't have been made. Take it, Turel. Okay, that is my 5 brothers. Now, let's find the Heart of Darkness. Potentially Mobius. Potentially vile former human selves.
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends, but you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
Now that is what the Sarafan Raziel should be like. Just a vile, nasty piece of work. Come here. How about you? Yep, you're quick. I get it. As well. The snake on the floor. Perfect. Thematically perfect. It's gonna give me no choice but to kill him. Try your best. Let's do some jabby jabs. Raziel. Come on. Just a little bit more. And I think you're done. Come on. You're a tough cookie, but this is where it ends. You made a mistake in challenging me.
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle. Sensing its twin, the wraith blade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You. Are you enjoying this game? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me. I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twin soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead.
But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the wraith blade, my own soul,
twinned and bound eternally to me, and I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
Ooh, and there you have it. The ending to Soul Reaver 2, and my little brain at the time, my little child brain was like, oh my god! It ends like that, and then I had to wait a little bit for the sequel. But it was pretty okay. And I have loved the series ever since. But yeah, one hell of an ending. And yeah, I absolutely adore the Legacy of Kain series. I don't know how else to put it. It's one of my favourite series of all time. Next up will be the... It's taken a long time to get to this because I know I'm a bit slow with my channel and stuff. But next up will be the Defiance remaster. My brain was trying to catch up then. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to the Defiance remaster. I've already finished it on the PlayStation 4 version because I got all the trophies, but I have all the trophies to get with the PlayStation 5 version. There's a few upgrade quality of life improvements that they made to it that we can talk about before we get into the playthrough, which I will be doing. And that playthrough is coming out very soonish. I have 2 more episodes of some other game series, and then I'll be doing diving straight into Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. And I do hope you have enjoyed any of my playthroughs, or be it my Resident Evil playthroughs, my Mortal Kombat videos, my Legacy of Kain series. If you have enjoyed, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and I shall be back next time with some more Legacy of Kain Defiance in the future. Right, until then, bye.